If you watched my last BeamNG video, you'll know how absolutely blown away I was by the Gavril Vertex. And today I'm in Johnson Valley because I want to put the Gavril Vertex to the standard KIP test. Not these, actually. You see, whenever I see modded vehicles, I see it as a challenge to myself to make my very own off-road version. In fact, that doesn't even count for just modded vehicles because I've done it for vanilla ones too. And the Gavril Vertex was no exception. You see, one thing that surprised me the most about this car when I was having a go at it in my last video was that there was an electric version, which actually surprised me, I'm not gonna lie. In the actual recording, as I accelerated in this drag car for the first time, hearing its engine whir just had me flabbergasted. So I decided that for my off-road version, it had to be electric. So I took the electric version and this absolute beautiful monstrosity and made this. This is the Gavril Vertex 4x4 EV KIP Special. This car basically has rally suspension, a lot of protective exoskeleton and a roll cage, and the electric motors, of course. When I loaded up this map though, I figured that maybe I should give the petrol version its fair chance. So I took the engine from that beast over there and pretty much just put it straight into my electric configuration. So this is just called the Gavril Vertex 4x4 KIP non-EV Special Edition, I guess. And she's pretty much the same car with an electric engine and a snorkel, of course, because that is needed when you are running a non-electric engine, petrol engine along this track. Basically, I'll take both cars on the time trial and see which one makes it the furthest, I guess. I'll give them both like 3 lives each and just have a lot of fun with it, I guess, and see if either of them make it to the end. So I always try and test my vehicles on the same track, and that's Crankshaft Pass on Johnson Valley, if you're wondering. I don't really go for times. I mean, obviously I'm gonna time it to see if this vehicle made it the whole way. I want to see how long it took, but there's no way this is making it in 5 minutes 30. I can't even remember what vehicle I finished in 7 minutes 53, to be honest. So let's get it going. This is the petrol or maybe diesel version, and she is not fast. Okay, I might have to go... oh, we can do flip uprights and recoveries in this now? Okay, the last time I played this, you absolutely couldn't. So that'll be handy. Maybe we'll actually get the whole thing done this time. Whoa! And the benefit of doing the petrol one first is, let's face it, I might prefer the electric one. So I will learn the track at least. Whoa! Okay, I always think I have to go left there. Come on, car. Maybe I should put it in manual, but I don't really know how to manually race on this game. I get a bit confused, but it helps with the traction a little bit. If you do remember to change gears. Jesus. Big jump there by the Gavril Vertex. We've actually made it pretty far, I'm not going to lie. 3 out of 22 checkpoints. And not really sustained much damage, but that's down to, I guess, nothing to do with the engine. More to do with the great guy that built the car, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, not I guess I didn't really build the car. One thing I was really impressed with this car, I'll say while I'm racing here, is, man, I know it says it in the description, but the amount of customization, I honestly looked in the menu, and not in a negative way at all, but I was a bit lost, not gonna lie. There is so much you can do to this car. It's unreal. Like, you can completely make your own version. There's like over 1,000 variations. I wonder if we're going to get a high, not a high clutch temperature, but something of the sorts with the electric version. That'd be interesting to know. I mean, we are going to make it pretty far. This car's still got almost a full tank of fuel. Why have we got so little fuel? Jesus. 1 minute 46 and we've made it to checkpoint 5. 1 minute 49, should I say. Be handy to remember that for the next vehicle, but I won't. So I'll only be able to know it in editing, because there's no way I'm going to remember that. Oh, shoot. Change down. A little skid around the corner here. Can we get around the corner? Have we lost steering? Whoa! Almost rolled it then. Jesus. And change back down. I don't know why the clutch temperature is high. I'm not even touching the clutch. Is that even that thing? Oh my god, man, we are actually flying through this. I'm pretty impressed with this car so far. It's really not struggled half as much as I thought it might. Now, just before I just before I booted up this recording, or just before I clicked record, I tried the rally version of this car on this track, like just for the first like 5 checkpoints, and my god, that thing made me realize, well, actually I thought my car was going to be a lot worse, but holy poop, it's a lot better than I thought. Like, in fact, this is amazing. It might, I don't know, it's not gonna, oh no, that was a thing. Okay, we might have to, so how do we recover? Hey, I'm gonna hit recover. Okay, so I did actually just reset entirely because recovery wasn't quite what I thought it was. It did not repair your car at all. However, on my way back, I obviously flipped. I needed to flip upright. Oh my god, I almost made the same mistake again. That was the exact same bit. And annoyingly, that was completely human error. That was like lack of knowledge of the track, I guess. Which is something I'll hopefully not have with the electric version. Okay, onto the dunes now. This is where I think the electric version may be better than the petrol or diesel. I think this is petrol. I keep getting it wrong either way. I can't see a thing because the sand flicking in my eyes. But hey, that's how it would be for real. I don't know if that's damaged me that bad. But I don't think it damaged me at all. Okay, that was good. It ripped something out the back of my car. I don't quite know what, but whatever. We move. Checkpoint 12 out of 22. More than halfway there now. Well, in checkpoints, maybe not in actual. Mate, look at the back of the car. Absolutely ruined there. Whoa. We're good, though. We're good. I've decided this gets 3 lives. So on the next time if we crash out again, we get to recover again. Even though it's not really a recovery, I have to race the full track again. I don't know if I did better for time this time either. Don't know what we're doing for time now. What, 4:15 was the last checkpoint. All gets a bit confusing towards the end here. We're on 13 out of 22. The last couple of checkpoints come slow, I think. It's definitely the case. I'm just taking it easy. I just really want to make it to the end. I'm not going to lie. This is a good car. But I do want the electric version to do better. I'm not going to lie. We'll just tear through this. This is such a difficult track as well. The difficulty was very hard, but I don't know if the difficulty is actually because the track's hard or because the car that you're normally given. But to be honest, the truck that you're given is a monster. I've never even done the circuit how it's supposed to be done in the truck. I think the first vehicle I tried on this was like the family car maybe, and then the Volvo, and now this beast. This absolute beast of a Gavril Vertex. This is one of my favorite mods for sure. In fact, actually, I'll go as far as to say right now, this is actually my favorite mod I've ever played in Beam. And I'm genuinely serious. Like, the last video got a bit of love, to be honest, which was great. So hopefully this one gets an equal amount, if not maybe more, because who doesn't love off-roading? No, we're going to have to flip again? Engine damage? Come on, grow up. Engine damage, what are you talking about? Alright, checkpoint 15 out of 22, baby. Let's go. We've lost our lights. Let's hope it doesn't get dark. Maybe the engine being damaged is down to me not changing gear, but there's not really been opportunity to do so. I'm going to try and change up. Look. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Oh, no. I feel like I'm going to change down again. The car is absolutely getting battered. There is an under tray, which I don't know why I've done that, to be honest, on the electric one, because I don't really think it's too necessary. Although I guess it does protect the motors. Ugh. Wow, this is really taking a pounding, isn't it? The car's not quite high enough, but it's as high as it can be, that's for sure. One thing I must say though, I did a Volvo mod previously where I made an off-road version, and I'm not saying it was my video. In fact, I am literally saying it was not my video, but the map maker did create an off-road version of that car after my video came out. So that's pretty cool. I should probably try that out and see if it's better than mine, because it's extremely likely. Oh no, the car's not going to make it up. She is, for sure. 19 out of 22, by the way. I've just been yapping on, just doing this map. And this car might actually make it through. And I would love to see if it didn't, and I needed to use that third life, if I would even make it this far again. Now, there is speed. This car is still absolutely able to drive fast. Now, this bit is kind of hard, though. So this is where it all normally mucks up if you've got a highly damaged car. doesn't really get over these too much, but it is actually progressing. We are literally about to make this in 7 minutes and 12 seconds. I don't think it beats my previous record. If I had one, I think I did have one. Oh my god, but we are going to make it out onto the road. Here we go. The Gavril Vertex KIP Electric Edition, no, non-electric, non-electric edition, did make it in 7 minutes and 29 seconds with a 5-second penalty, that is. But wow, don't give up. Make sure to remember where you last crashed and where the difficult parts of the record price. Mate, that was perfect. Let me tell you that for sure. All right, I mean, that is actually apparently 3 months ago around this track at 7 minutes 53. Let's see if I can get faster than 7 minutes 29 and do it in one live in the KIP EV Super. I don't know what it's called. Let's go. One thing I am worried about this vehicle, actually, very worried actually, is that it's going to run out of battery. Because, I mean, if it runs out of battery, that's pretty much the end of it. Like, you can't... Oh my god! And it's going to be heavier, actually. I didn't think about that at all. It's going to be a lot heavier than the petrol car. Also, I guess there's a danger that it could do a jump and the battery could fall out. I'm starting to maybe regret this decision of battery power over full engine power. However, I do enjoy the argument of EV versus non-EV, I guess. One opinion I have on it is if you're a real car enthusiast, I think this is a James May quote, by the way, I'm not claiming it as myself, but it is my opinion too. If you're a real car enthusiast, let the electric car thing happen, because, you know, fuel is limited. It's not a lie. Even if it's not going to run out in our lifetimes, it is going to run out one day. So if we can push people to use EVs, us petrol heads, we'll be all right. You know, this car is actually very heavy. Anyway, let's to the, I guess, somewhat. That sounds kind of like a political thing. I don't mean it in a political way, at all. But I do love the Gavril Vertex EV, KIP, 4x4. Johnson Valley Special. Did he add another thing to it? Yes, I did. It gets a new badge every single time. Will it get the Johnson Valley seal of approval? Let's see if it makes it through this track. I braked way too, wrong there. What's nice to see, though, is no clutch temperature, no moaning about stuff like that. One thing I'm thinking is if it's bottom heavy, it might struggle to roll over, which is a good thing, actually. 1 minute 46 on checkpoint 5. I think we were 1 minute 49 before, but I might have even got it faster when I did the rerun, so who knows if I'm doing better or not this time. Over the hill. I'm going to try and not mistake, or try and not cut corners this time. The brakes in this are absolutely terrible, though, I will say that. Probably wouldn't want to race it around a dirt rally track if my life depended on it. Oh, we've done a roll. We are going to have to do a recovery. Are we? Yes, quick. Recover. The cool thing about recovery, though, is the acceleration is a lot faster than the petrol one. Oh, wow, we started quite far back as well. Wish we at least hit that. Whoa! Has that broken part of the car? I think we can't steer anymore, although we are able to steer. You know what? Yep. Yep. We kind of cooked it. Alright, so one thing I've learned about this car is that it's certainly heavier than the petrol, or I think it's a petrol. The combustion engine version. So we are going to take it a little bit easier, but not so easier that we're just crawling around, because that is not going to be entertaining to watch. I'm going to try and go fast on the flat bits. Well, you can see what's happening right now, but fast on the flat bits and controlled on the non-flat bits. Like, this is speed, pure speed. Whereas with the petrol or diesel one, I think I'm going to stick to petrol. I'm going to stick to saying petrol. I think it's petrol. But yeah, it's a lot harder. You know, when you go over a jump with the engine, I can't get used to saying it. When you go over the jump with the petrol one, there's like a recoil in the bounce, right? A nice soft bounce, a reception of the softness, and then bam. Like, you can almost bounce into control. With this one, it's so hard, man. It's just not possible. Like, you kind of like go over a jump and it's just solid. It's like, I don't know, it's literally like trying to jump a brick. I don't know how to express it any different, to be honest. Well, anyway, so Just going through. We've got a life left, so I would rather not use it this far into the track, to be honest. I don't want to keep driving around this track all night. But let's just see. I also left myself a fair break between the two cars, mainly because I actually broke the EV one. I don't know how. Like, I loaded the file for it and it didn't work. So I had to rebuild the car, remake the car, just the same way I did before. Not much. Easy to remember because I did it like previously. And then I stepped away for a bit. And now the track is fresh to me again. So I'm going to hit all of the rocks and do all of the mistakes. Whoa, this car is actually flying. 4 minutes and we have done just over halfway actually. So maybe not flying as much as I thought. And we have just under quarter of a tank, I would say. So I don't know if this is better or worse. Maybe maybe I should have done a side-by-side comparison of the two cars, but I'm not going to do that. I won't even edit at the end of the video. Whoa! That would be cool though if I could be bothered, but you know, you wouldn't watch it, so why does it matter? You know what I'm saying? If you really want it, let me know. I'll upload it separately, I guess. Anyway, onto the soft bits. I do like the soft bits. They bring like a level of allowed recklessness, I guess. These bits here seem dangerous and jumpy. See? Dangerous and jumpy. Oh! Oh my god, that was hard. No, I'm so scared of going off the side and hitting a rock. Less about wanting this car to win and more about wanting to just finish and not have to restart for a, I guess, 5th time technically. Because well, no, it would be a 4th time. I don't know how many times it would be. Second one for this car. Oh! Are we going to get a penalty? Yes, we are. Okay, we have to... I'm just going to... wait for it to stop. Flip upright. Because I don't want to recover, because I think it takes you back to whenever the last checkpoint was. And I did not know that. Alright, so we have a 5-second penalty, which is okay. I think we're doing okay for time here. 5:22 is what we hit that checkpoint with. Oh, checkpoint number 17. Oh my god. See, this car... The Petrol was flying over this bit, I feel, and this car just can't. I'm having to, like, go off the side of the track. Like, literally, it's too hard. This is too hard for this bit of the car. Not complaining, though. Hey, I said I wanted the EV to win, didn't I? But might have to be a bit more realistic here. I don't know if the EV is going to have this, because the track gets very ropey around this bit here. But it does open up and become a little bit better in a second. However... This car is taking an absolute beating on this bit here. I feel like, oh, that's what it is. Because obviously the batteries weigh quite a bit. So there's less ground clearance, I guess, with the EV. I'm still fighting for it, though. I feel like, however, if you actually took an EV over this track, you would probably suffer a split battery, which would, in turn, possibly cause fire. So maybe not the wisest thing. All right, we hit that with a 624. I think we have... just 2 checkpoints to go, and we're in the dirt, in the sand. We might actually win it with the EV, I feel, if we can get a grip. If we can actually turn the corner. Oh my god, I thought we were going for that concrete. Okay, what's the time? What's the time? 6:44. It looks like the EV has it by quite a considerable amount, mind. I know I took it a little bit, like 50 minutes ago. Damn, I did take a little bit of a break. Wow. Man, that is insane. Like, the time difference between the electric and the petrol. I feel like maybe if I drove the electric harder, I would have lessened the chance of finishing. And if I drove the petrol version harder, I would have just got an even longer time. Sorry, less hard. I would have got an even longer time. Because I feel like the petrol one I was driving pretty hard, right? Like, in comparison? All right, what a great result for me, honestly. I mean, the car that I built winning, was that on purpose? Was that script? No, it wasn't, honestly. But a fun result nonetheless. The Gavril Vertex, again, the most customizable car known to man. Okay, maybe not known to man, but at least known to my experience in BeamNG. Very unexpected. One thing I will say about the electric car is I find it hard to gauge, like, how fast I'm going, because obviously you don't really, like, you can't hear the engine versus the combustion version, I'd say. Same with any car, I guess, but you do feel the speed, like you feel like you're going a million miles an hour. However, yeah, it's a little bit different than in a petrol engine, I'd say. Thanks so much for watching. The link for the mod is down in the description below. Completely free. Every single variation of this car, other than like a gold version, which is like €1, but that doesn't change the car at all. It's just to say thanks to you for supporting the creator if you want to do that. So link for that down below as well. Let me know if there's any more mods you want me to check out, paid or not. And yeah, I'll take a look. Oh, and hit like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Bye-bye.